Lightman Garden. It is June 20th today, and behind me is my 3-in-1 apple tree. It's Dorsett and Fuji. So apples are starting to fall from the tree, so we know it's time to harvest apples here in the Phoenix area. So a little bit about this. Both of these cultivars, the Dorsett and Anna, are low chill apples. They're actually self-fertile varieties, so you don't need to get more than one of each type to produce fruit. They really don't need more than what we typically get in a warm winter here. So you can get fruit every year off this tree, and it's very heavy set with fruit. In fact, I was very neglectful on thinning this year, so the tree's a little overrun with apples, and the branches have dropped down quite a bit. So over here on this side, these are the golden Dorset apples. Fairly good sized fruit, even though you saw there was 3 hanging on that branch. So you can see in here, it definitely is a heavy fruiter, despite that this tree is pretty small. I think this might be on door fruit stock. Over on this side, the Anna variety, and you can see the apples are a little smaller, but the bunches have a greater quantity of apples on each. Again, because I didn't thin. Alright, so let's see what this tastes like. So this is the golden Dorset. Golden Dorset is a really delicious apple. To me, it tastes similar to a Golden Delicious. Sweet, juicy, crisp. Great for eating fresh out of hand. And of course you can bake with these apples as well. Okay, here I've got an Anna apple. A little smaller again because these tend to fruit a lot more heavy than the Golden Dorset. And you can see the skin is more green. Golden Dorset, true to its name, has more of a blush of yellow to the skin when it ripens up. So this is definitely a crisp apple, and it's more tart than the Golden Dorset. I don't think it's as juicy. Not quite like a Granny Smith. I've heard the comparison. It's definitely not as tart as that. But if you're gonna say sweet or tart, what's its tendency? It would be tartness. So I believe this is more suited for a baking type apple. You can eat it fresh out of hand as well. Also, the flesh inside is very thick and dense. The Golden Dorset is softer flesh on the inside. So these apples are tough. I guess the edge with the Anna is how adaptable it is. You can grow this in cooler areas down to -10 degrees, and it does very well in our desert climate here. So I love Fuji apples as well, and because that graft never took off, the Anna and Dorset just took over, I ended up getting this Fuji apple tree, and you can see its fruit has just started. So the Fuji apple doesn't really ripen until September or so. It's a much later season apple. I've even seen them in October. Flowers much later. There's another couple apples on the Fuji. And of course, Fuji to me, it just tastes so much better than both of those apples. It has more depth of flavor to it. Crispy, juicy, just the right balance of tartness and sweetness. And even though these are set to require 400 chill hours, we've had less than 100 and I've gotten fruit. So it's another one that you can grow here. Near my west wall, a single variety of the Anna apple. You can see it's very dwarf and bushy. And this one tended to just not grow too many apples on one limb. So I got some really decent size apples off this tree. Anyways, this is my harvest for 2019 for those 2 trees. So I'm going to clean these up, quarter them, and then freeze them. And they'll keep for 9 months in the freezer. Hope you enjoyed the video. Happy gardening.